Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Welcome to another Shot Podcast, where our opinions might be real, or it could just be the liquor talking. Sit back and enjoy another shot.
Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Shots Thursday Thoughts and Shots. You know, it feels weird now not doing football and having everybody in here and just bantering back and forth. But just to throw some sports out of the way real quick, little countdown this weekend. Again, my boy surprised me. I was 2 games off on my prediction with them. Instead of them being 8-9, it turned out to go 10-7. So here's to hoping Monday night, making it past at least the wild cards. I'm hoping so. But like I've said before, too much of a good thing, kind of gets old. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to taking a break from it for a little while. Not stressing out and worrying about sports and everything. Then they really kick off and come right back on. But I will say there's some positive news. Our good friend Lady Jesus, the beauty behind the camera, has actually she's turned a corner and she's actually sitting there. I don't know, in the brightest pink flannel that I've ever seen. It's beautiful.
Not that bright.
It's brighter than the light. Here, that light's illuminating off it rather nicely. Oh man. I didn't do too bad last night. Other than that, I felt pretty good. Well, I don't know if it was like just kind of stuck in my head, my conversation with her, but I turned on YouTube and found just a rainstorm to listen to. And I fell asleep, and I don't know what time it was. I don't know if Sarah just left or what was going on, but for the love of God, girl, I could not go back to sleep. I went to the bathroom, and I just laid there. I tossed, I turned, I tossed, I turned. I must have microed for a second because one of the alarms I did not have turned off went off. And I immediately popped up real quick, and I'm like, man, I'm so fucking tired. I go over and I start putting deodorant on. I'm like, it's Thursday. I can honestly say I don't know if I like jinxed myself or what, but I could not for the life of me go back to sleep. I think the last time I finally looked, it was like almost 9:30. So I'm literally running on fumes. You know, I drank my coffee, and after each cup, like I get that little, all right, cool, I'm up and I'm moving, I'm ready. And it would be all of like maybe 15, 20 minutes after that cup. It's just like, oh, just I couldn't keep myself up and moving and motivated, you know. And I predicted that shit last night. I really did. I knew that today was going to be one of those, you know, like I said, I'm going to tell myself to do it. I know I want to do this. And I'm like, this is exactly how she felt yesterday. This is what it was right before the phone call. And I just could not get myself motivated. And I kept looking at the time. I was counting it down. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna finish my coffee. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit of breakfast. Wait, I'm still hungry. So I ate another thing of breakfast. Literally went back to back. I did a 2 eggs, sausage, and toast. I went an omelet, ham and cheese. I just couldn't. And I'm like, okay, so I've already pissed most of the day away. It's like 5 minutes to 4. I'm not making it to my bank. I got thinking, okay, let's be super lazy about this. There's a bank right here on the damn corner. Let's see what time. Okay, 4:30. I've got time. Wasn't quite dressed to go anywhere, was I? Whenever you came to the door.
Seen worse before in public.
Seen worse? Me worse in public?
No, I've seen people worse
Oh.
than what you were.
For some reason, I just could not. But that doesn't mean I was like super lazy. You know, I still was, looking stuff up. I was still getting on there and, sending this message, sending that message, which I'm hoping to hear back. I did hear back from one, but it wasn't exactly the response I was looking for. It wasn't a yes, it wasn't a no. It was just a, oh, thanks for the kind words. He said, and he made a joke about it. He's like, the very last thing I sent him was, I'd love to be able to sit down and pick your brain. And 3 days later is when he sends a reply back. He's like, hey, thanks for the kind words. Trust me, my brain's too small to pick. And I went, is that your way of kind of brushing me away? Or is that you being funny? Is that, because if you were to look him up, he's got that type of humor. I don't know. But no, I couldn't do it. I kept looking and looking. I got to do this. I got to get moving. And we literally spent an hour and a half talking about this on the last show.
Literally yesterday, if I was sitting down for longer than 5 minutes, I was out. There was no scrolling through my phone. There was no looking this up or looking that up. Literally, Blue wanted to watch one of our shows. Literally, I sat down. I got up. I had to go to the bathroom. I got back to my seat. I sat down. I think I might have seen 2 minutes of it before my eyes just went gone. And Blue knows when I get like that, do not force the issue. Just leave me be. I don't know if it's, the bug that's going around. I don't know if it's stress and exhaustion. The fact that my sleep schedule all screwed up because during the break, the holidays and everything, we weren't going to bed till like 3 or 4 in the morning and sleeping in until 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, now back to my schedule of getting up at 5:30. I still can't get myself to go to bed early.
So
I don't know what it is. I just know I just feel drained, completely drained.
I thought about this too. I'm like, am I getting sick? Am I fully over? Because I was sick, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? Had no voice, couldn't do anything. This last week, yeah. It was just kind of, am I not over it? And I could sit down, and every time I'd want, I'm like, I'm just going to lay back. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to chill for a little while. Maybe if I catch up on my sleep, then I'll, And like I said, I could not turn off my brain. I couldn't sit down and chill just long enough. I laid down on the couch, covered up. I even thought about going back to bed, and I immediately would talk myself out of that. And I'm just like,
See, that's how I am in the evenings now, where I can't get the brain to shut down. I spend all day, I sit down and I have every intentions of doing this, and I want to get this done and this done and this done and do this and do this and do, and I sit down for longer than 2 minutes and I'm out. There's no controlling it. Literally, my eyes won't stay open at all.
oh, you can't say it's an age thing. Well, or can we? Hey, I'm in that same boat. I got, what, 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks? But like I said before, I'm counting down the days to 50. I'm actually excited about it. I want to see, So when you turned 50, did it hurt? I'm waiting for that other flag to come flying through. It twitched.
I am only 4 months older than you, young man.
In age alone, if you were to look at the faces, it'd be a big difference.
Oh yeah, I look like.
I still love you. We'd have to laugh and joke a little bit.
Bad.
I just,
You see, I don't have the bags under my eyes. It's the whole eyelid itself is just.
So I felt like I kind of, so obviously we went on late last night, extremely late. And then it was late going on TikTok as well.
I wanted to go to bed.
And
I wanted to go to bed, and Glue goes, he's on TikTok. All right, let me go see what he's saying.
Brother, it is open next Wednesday. Yes, sir, it is. Do I make a couple places at the bar?
Wait a minute, let me look at the schedule.
But yes, it is, good sir. Do we put a reservation down for how many? But I fed off that, because we had fun. My cousin came on.
We got room for a lot of guests. How many are we marking in our book?
Gonna talk to the maitre d' here. She has to make sure there's room. Oops, that was my bad. But obviously, I thought, it was a good show. My cousin come on, Sandy was on there, and her and I had a hell of a good conversation. We get on TikTok, and it just, I already got the, you say "aw" like it's, "aw, darn it, we wanted more," No.
No, the way he said it just sounds.
Yes, sir. There is going to be room at the bar, and apparently we just booked our very first in-house guest for the year. So looking forward to it. GB.
First guest of the year was. It's Monday. Outside of our normal.
Would you like to say celebrity guest? Do you
There we
want
go.
me to
There you go.
reword
That's
it just
better,
for you, Ma?
Yeah. Celebrity.
GB, and now you wonder why I drink. So yes, we Katie came on, and you were in there, and like Sammy came. It was fun. It really was. I could. The problem is when I'm using my phone, I cannot keep. There's no timer, so unless I actually watch and try and keep up with the clock, I couldn't even tell you what time we finished. No. Why? Why would you think that? Can we please, hit the button and show everybody so they know who I'm talking to?
Carrie, by the way, does that mean I have to get a playlist going?
We got plenty of playlists. Oh, he wants to challenge for the Power Hour.
Grove City Girls JV 1, 21 20.
Cheers, girls. Good job. Let's see if the varsity can capitalize.
Now, what the heck?
It did that to me last night too. So after, I don't know if there was somebody that had popped in, they were commenting, and they followed us. So we followed back. And as soon as I got off, I went, oh, okay, I'm gonna, see how we did there. They replied. So shot in the dark. Went live with them. Had a blast. We got more people. It was fun. They did it in a different way though. Like they did it voice only. They didn't do cameras. It didn't even show, an emblem. It was just, audio only. I thought, okay, this is interesting. And then one in particular decided that, she said she'd love to go live, but nobody ever comes in. I said, I tell you what, if you go live, I'll be your first one. Let's see if we can follow her, get some people. She knows who went live. Took me a second to find it. There's only like 4 or 5 people around me. I'm like, who are you bullshit? We're a packed house already. We picked up more people. So we are literally at this point 12 away from 1K. Then I took the opportunity, saw them on there again today. So I popped in there and they were all like, hey, another shot, hey. I don't know. That's why I said, I regretted it today because obviously I was out here a little later than I really had planned on being. But in retrospect, it was beneficial. And we started picking up more people. And now, probably, we might try and count, and especially now that we're getting an earlier jump on this one. Yeah, we're probably going to be going on TikTok for a little while, but I 100% guarantee it's not going to be a banger 2 hour, 3 hour, however long it was last night. Like I said, I did the absolute Lord's work. I not only hosted one, and then I went on 2 others. So I couldn't even tell you what time I went to bed. Went in, brushed my teeth.
But that's why you lost my camera. At the end of the night.
What time? What? Okay, so tell me what time it got to be. Because, like I said, on the phone, I don't have a timer like you do on here. So it's trying to keep up with everybody else and watch the time. Yeah, go. I can't do it.
I gave up at 1 o'clock.
And that was on ours. Yes, agreed, good sir. I am very much looking to 1,000, and that'll be the first platform that we hit 1,000. So the next goal is going to be Facebook.
We're climbing on there too, I see.
Somehow, some way.
Very slowly, but we're climbing.
Well, it's going to help that I'm very much toying with the idea of doing another night. It was coming anyways. We might as well pull the trigger on it. I love all the stuff I can say on here and not on there.
And I discussed this with my life partner.
Oh.
I will give you Tuesdays.
Okay.
But 3 of those Tuesdays out of the month are your movie. night, whatever you want to do.
I like how she said, "I'll give you."
But I'd still have to start
Trina's trivia.
Trina's trivia.
And I'm game for that. When you go live on it, text me. I'll jump on and go live with you. Sounds good, brother. Definitely will. Definitely will. Movie Tuesdays and then it is. We'll just have to come up with a fancy name. And I've also got some ideas since we haven't gotten rid of something. Finding a corner or something. Getting up my memorabilia and stuff for movies and everything, and still do the drink aspect of it. If still sitting in a bar and we light it up, might as well use it since we're not getting rid of it anytime soon. Unless we know somebody that's looking to buy it. GB, you want a bar, brother? It'd go really good on your tour bus, I'll tell you right now. And it lights up.
Too. It would fit too. It's small enough.
It is. It's literally, it was a card table. More or less, it was for blackjack. It's a blackjack table. It's a half circle, flat back, two shelves, two shelves. The front of it lights up. Her and I, blood, sweat, and tears. We've got that thing put together.
Oh. The thing with the pin.
Otherwise, we're going to have to, I don't know.
It'll be here Wednesday when you come in.
It's a work in. Let me see this. Am I going to be pouring the drinks? Yes, sir, I will. And right now, obviously, it's in some use, but as you can see, too bad it wasn't plugged in so we could see it lit up. But usually, when trying to do,
We can set you up in the trailer. Oh, that would be cool. Hey, there's an idea, Gary. We'll just go on tour with you.
there we go.
Place at the little bar inside the tour bus.
Mogul podcast every Saturday this summer.
Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
Oh, and Gary, I still need to talk to you because Miss Elizabeth got a very special gift for Christmas.
Oh.
She now has her professional camera.
Oh. I still need Miss Elizabeth to come in here. BTS podcast. What?
She has her brother and I researched, and Riley managed to find one heck of a deal. He found her one of those high-tech $600 cameras.
Okay.
Like literally the price tag on it was $699. They got it for $100 and change.
Nice. Behind the scenes. Okay, gotcha, bro. I don't know. Most artists don't want stuff seen behind the scenes. What happens on the bus stays on the bus. That'd be an honor, brother. Actually, it's not too bad of an idea to try and figure something else out. But that being said, little Missy needs to come in here and start showing us how to do the specialty stuff when we're posting, so we can put more stuff on here, on TikTok, and all that fun stuff. Because I can toy with it. But the one thing I've noticed, we don't take long pictures. We did during the Santa crawl, but then we never used them. We've shown them on here a couple times.
Actually, we didn't take any during the Santa crawl.
Unlike last year, where like everybody and anybody was taking pictures, we had all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And this year was just kind of.
Sandy did a ton of pictures during. She always does a ton of pictures, but she's also been doing it a lot longer than I have, but I'm not used to. But I also have other responsibilities than, you know, making sure Blue is taken care of and making sure you're not
I'm not taken care of.
making sure no that you are taken care of, but making sure that you're not over stimulating yourself with alcohol.
Again, thanks, Mom.
Well, that's yeah.
Gary, if you're coming on next Wednesday, we're gonna have to do the same thing that me and Arliss did. You and I are smoking a cigar and drinking some good bourbon, or at least, since you're a rum and coke guy, I'm pretty sure we got you covered.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this.
I know I lost where he's probably in his PJs. For all we know, he's laying in his bed, just in his boxers or something like that. But I guarantee he still has his cowboy hat on.
No,
I can see him.
no, he's all cap.
He's laying there. He's got his hat. Cut me here, a little visual.
Oh, and did you ever talk
got his hat.
to your other half about the 17th? The last time we spoke to you, and I dropped the link if you want to join us.
I will say, I got my guitar in hand. Hold you.
I'm gonna behave.
Hold you. But no. Lost my train of thought for a second. That's like, it's in my mental Rolodex now, and I'm trying to delete it.
Okay,
You're gonna miss out on karaoke?
which we still don't have.
Working on it. Like I said, that particular couple has been known to, double book and split differences. So I'm pretty sure. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'll still have to get. I'm procrastinating.
I tried to get Mike to do it, and Mike wouldn't. He said his stuff is too outdated. He hasn't done karaoke in years. I'm like, well, you got 3 weeks to go ahead and buy a new mic, and everything's not that hard. A couple mics actually, and just
Mike, we have Mike.
well. What are we gonna do? Put a lavalier on everybody? Maybe the headsets that look like Britney Spears. It's Britney, bitch.
We have the other ones. I have microphones at home. I have 4 different karaoke mics at home because we have karaoke for the kids.
Sure, bring them in. Let's give it a whirl.
I just don't have all the high tech stuff. I have kid stuff.
As I say, because we got, that'd be the case, and we've got mics and stuff inside. They're all, I might be able to hook up something, just do it ourselves, but what are we going to do? Just like YouTube the whole time and just find the ones with lyrics? Well, I'll tell you right now, you're at least half right.
Well, that is so confusing. I thought we would be seeing you guys tonight.
No, I wouldn't have been. Who's going to watch? Sarah's over there, so that'd be what? Granny Cat gonna keep an eye on Leon?
Granny.
And you know what? This is before the alcohol. This is actually the very first thing I've had tonight, and I'm already just kind of like,
You think?
you're not exactly, you know, Glinda the Good Witch of the East yourself, there, lady.
I'm fun when I'm drinking.
You
That's the problem.
know, you
Yeah.
can see you are you do a lot of talking with your hands. She emphasizes everything with just to let you know. He's super fussy and thought tantrums. Oh, throwing. I know.
Oh, for that, and that would be when he needs Grammy.
Sure. Anywho. Yes, ma'am.
You yourself have said it multiple times. You like when I'm drinking because I'm fun when I'm drinking. The only problem with that is I don't drink. Once in a blue moon.
So what are you trying to say? You're a happy, fun-loving drunk, and then you're
A miserable,
you're a
cranky
miserable
any other
bitch,
time.
like, you know, during your sober times.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And that's a reason not to drink.
Exactly.
We have to call Dr. Phil on this one.
So
Ah,
I did not bring in my stuff that I was going to bring.
ugh.
I'll have to take your word for that.
What's that?
He says the moon looks pretty blue tonight.
Okay. I think he's doing a little more than drinking, apparently. He'd buy in and try the mushrooms on the pizza. This is 2 nights in a row now. I've been on a rum and coke kick. I don't know why.
So
Yes, ma'am.
my thought.
Oop, you need a shot to go with it? He can't spell tonight. I'm starting to wonder. Biter. Your thought?
I have my little ninja like bullet like thing that'll crush up and blend and do all sorts of funky little whatever. And I have some frozen fruit, and I keep telling you frozen fruit, frozen fruit.
Mm-hmm.
I have the frozen fruit. I have all sorts of different frozen fruits. Katie was saying something about a Valentine drink.
Ah,
You have the Apotheca that you absolutely love,
right.
and I have strawberries and bananas,
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
and we have whipped.
Whipped. We made sure we had to go back and do it twice. The whipped. All right. Next, we'll be getting a slushy machine in here and it's
I have one of those too.
wine slush. We need to do wine slushies if we're going to do it, just because. But that's a summertime thing, so we'll worry about that here in the next few months. It's going to feel like summertime this month or this week. Do you notice that? It's supposed to be up in the 60s.
I don't even have a coat on tonight.
I'm still young enough that I can regulate my body heat.
I'm in I'm still in cuddle buds, but I don't have a coat on.
You know what the best part is? If she would ever turn that camera on so you fine folks could see.
The faces that I make?
Yeah. You can see behind the camera, the face to go with the voice.
I haven't figured out how to do that. I don't know how to do 2 cameras at once. Really? That makes it more towards me.
I think it looks good now. Actually, kind of, we can have a show that. I can do my best Hamlet. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well, Horatio. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, gotta love it. You never know what we're going to talk about, what we're going to do. Thoughts and shots is always, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you just kind of, what?
He just said I have a funny face.
Oh, when you're only like, the size of like the smallest hobbit, he can, I don't know how he's able to look up that high and actually see your face. I swear, GB, when you get a chance, you need to check out, who we need to get his shoes off to see if he's got firmer speed. I guarantee he does. Was it hard to find clothes outside of the Shire? I mean, honestly.
Oh my goodness.
If he really wanted to be he said, love you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You finally got one. Mm-hmm. See, what GB hasn't realized, though, I've been low key, I don't know how many shows, just putting the merch on. I like this hat the best of all his merches. Yes, I still have the black one inside.
No, I think we have a visitor.
I'm super short. I shop at Baby Gap. No, we don't have a visitor. It's just the door is not fully shut.
No, I think we have a visitor.
What, somebody poking at the window? Oh. Uh-oh. I'm super short. I don't know. We could tell that from the pictures, by the way. So,
I'm super short too, but they don't make a Hobbit store.
gosh.
Okay, I'll post that one just so people understand why I'm laughing.
Just sporadically, gotta love them. It's kind of a low key night, We're just kind of spitting and going, and of course, we can throw this out there real quick. I mean, he's already announced it quite a few times. He's got a pretty big show coming up at Jurgles. Do you not, sir? Now, my question is, are you opening for somebody, or is that you headlining? Okay, she's got this like bewildered look on her face.
I'm getting really, really bad at remembering things, and I haven't been writing as much down that I could. The problem of when I do write things down, I have like 12 different tablets, so I just grab one and write stuff down, and then I never remember which tablet it's on.
Well, the one thing I actually, was just thinking about the other day. We've been writing down all these recipes, and we're not giving any measurements to them whatsoever.
But I have measured, or at least probably.
So I had a, fun experience. Did I ever tell you what happened whenever I DJ'd St. Patty's Day at the Oil Boom? I came up with a recipe. It was cream de mint. It was Irish cream. And then there was, I can't remember what the other part. There was 3 parts to it. Well, I never gave them the measurement. and they all said they knew the mint. They said it was absolutely dog shit. It was horrible.
Because they put too much.
They
in.
put way too much mint in there.
Mhm.
And then she turned around and she did basically an Annie's candy and she added Kahlua to it. So it turned out pretty decent. But the problem with that place is, I've noticed this with, a lot of the places. The only place that ever promoted was the Mustang. They kept up on Facebook. They were constantly putting it out there, who's going to DJ, so on and so forth. And, their specials, all these other places, nobody does that. They have, on occasion, they post up for social media. Like All Stars, Billy Joe will put stuff on Snap, and that's about it. But most of the time, I'll go in there and they're like, "Are you DJing tonight? I didn't know we were having a DJ." Oil Boom was just, it got to a point where everybody expected me to be there at some point. I don't understand, I mean, I before every show, I do at least a 30-second. I used to post all the time whenever, I was DJing. I do it throughout the week, keep everybody, interested, keep everybody going. I do something for this, I just kind of, I don't understand when, you got entertainment. If you're paying for entertainment, why not let people know that there's going to be entertainment there? Otherwise, it's just be business as usual, or, you want people to be able to look it up and say, okay, I want something to do. Let's look and see what's going on at the Oil Boom, or let's look and see what's going on at the Mustang. Let's look and see what's going on at the Belt, whatever. I mean, honest to God, I would love to be a bar owner. I think I'd do very well at it. Can you imagine that? That's a studio. Just you own your own bar, and then every, once oh my goodness. I was actually just going to pick on him and say, hey, if he truly loved you, he would just say, you know what, you take tonight. Go out there and have a couple. Is he in the trunk? We actually had, as always, the bar's open, so we ended up with a little surprise guest. She's gonna head off to the side, or she want to do the dirty, get mic'd up. I already know what's on the menu, so any good bartender knows immediately what to make their guests. And before we show who this guest is, I guess I will be making a drink really quick. No more big bottles, by the way. These bad boys take up so much room. They're a pain in the ass. So you guys don't know by now, just by the drink alone, this individual requests this drink every time they come in, whether it's on live. Oh, I got no fingertips. But I'm a damn good bartender, so I know all the tricks. I'm going to give you a little kick. Sounds like you're on. Let us welcome to the bar, Mr. Chips, Destiny. Right there, man, if you'd like. How's you feeling? You said, well, she's gonna. You can come sit back here with me. That's fine. Get some stuff out of your way. Let's just get some stuff out of your way here. Yeah. See, you got a little different perspective from back here, isn't it? Try your drink, man. I made it a little different for you this time. But I know your love of peach schnapps.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there.
Oh, that's good. That is really good.
Finally, after how many tries and how many different drinks, and her sitting there going, I don't know. It's not as bad as when Robin's on here. She is one of the world's worst critics. She's got one thing and one thing only. It's Sprite and Red Stacking. There's nothing else. There's no such thing. Unless I give her wine. And even that she's super picky about. And it's like, but it is a bar, so we had to make sure. She's got that look on her face, so apparently we have all of it. Uh-oh. How could you do, woman?
Don't worry, I'll be okay. Look what we got today.
That's
Got a smile on her face. Look at that.
I'm gonna have to join it.
let's go ahead and show what on her face. So as you guys know, we do a lot on TikTok as well, and we've made a lot of amazing new friends. And now I'm pulling a cat, and all we get to see is Destiny's beautiful face right there by herself. But Cat doing what Cat does best, hooking everybody up. And we've got the newest additions from our good friend. You can see it right there, KD Lavender. He is a spicy romance horror novelist. And he's published as well. We did that for and I'm getting a hell of a book collection already. Okay, so and what's fun about KD though, he has gifted us something here. And I actually am truly honored by this. Yours truly gets to be in 2 of his books coming out. I am going to be the quirky bartender. The Valentine's version.
I did like my cover last night. I did.
The Valentine's version, though, I'm not just the quirky bartender anymore. I am the stalker.
So totally fitting.
Mm-hmm.
You do realize you're sitting behind the bar right now? But that being said, he also gifted Kat with I like the fact that I'm a character in this book. That's awesome. Kat gets to choose how I get, what's a good way to put it, killed in the book. So my demise is now in her hands. How fitting is that?
Right.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
it's gonna be so fun.
So at the end of the day, yes, there's, like I said, guys, we've got some big things coming. What time did we? Okay, so she got off at 1 last night. Maybe you can kind of clue me in because you guys didn't get done until 2. So that tells me, I know you guys dipped out shortly before I ended it because it got to a point where all of us were kind of like, Sammy ended up going. I think it was just down to me, KD, and I think one other person.
It was
So
me, you, KD, and then Steve.
And I was still there when
You
Steve
were still
dipped,
the,
and then right after Steve dipped, I had to.
yeah,
He
and
was
then it
falling
was
asleep,
just
so was I.
me, So it was me, you, and
Katie.
Katie. And then my phone was dying, so.
What did Ashley think? She had no real thought on it. She was just like, oh, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yes, it was a banner night, and as I was telling her, after I got done with you guys, then somebody that was started following us, I saw them live. I thought, why not? So I hopped on that one, and I met more people. And we they ended that live, and one of the people in that one, she opened up a live, and before you knew it, we were on that one. Like I said, I don't even know what time I went to bed last night.
You mean this morning?
Yeah, literally.
Probably
All I know is
getting out of
I
bed.
think I woke up right after Sarah left, and I was telling her I could not go back to sleep. I could not, for the life of me. It was like 9:30, I think, when I finally zonked back out, and then got up again at 11. And I just went, you know what? I can't. I got to get up and go and do something. Which I predicted. So, your actual first Thursday, our non-sports night. This is our traditional thoughts and shots. What you got in your mind, beautiful? Oh, that was almost an evil laughter. I don't know whether to think of, well, I know I'm stuck in a corner, so it's going to be hard to get away from here. Cooper, I know you're watching. Don't worry. We're going to be on the next platform here shortly. $5.99 a month. That's all I'm going to say. $5.99 a month. Which Blue's nice enough to send me a little something about Cardi B. Turns out she is now one of the top OnlyFans creators. Like, she's in the top, I think, what did it say, 5? She does nothing. It's Cardi B, so I'm sure there's something in there, but a lot of behind the scenes stuff, a lot of just like candid conversation, really. And she keeps it low as well. A lot of celebrities, if you look them up on OnlyFans, they're the big ones. They're like $15.99 a month, $20 a month, so on and so forth. No, she's keeping it low key, which is what I've said all along. Keep the price down, more people want to get in there. So honestly, I mean, that's the better, business. With the quantity comes the quality, the way I see it.
Yeah.
Of course, there's still a lot of things. I think Kat would look good in a Mardi Gras mask. We're gonna have, we're gonna do the lie detector test right here. It's gonna be, never have I ever, and if you lie, then you either do a shot. You take your clothes off, which they usually go hand in hand. That's my thought on it. And here's the shot. I don't know. I think, we did it initially as kind of a joke. So yes, folks, we've opened one, but there is no content on it. And we're still discussing how we want to go about this particular project. And the problem is, with OnlyFans, a lot of people look at it and, if I say OnlyFans to you, what's the first thing you think of?
Naked people.
The biggest stigma with OnlyFans is porn.
Yeah.
And it's to the point now where I don't think I could ever pay to watch somebody else, because it'd be like, it'd be the same thing over and over. There's only so many ways you can, okay, so she's gonna hook up with a guy, someone will even do little skits, a lot of, solo stuff. I mean, after so long, competitiveness, it just get, it's kind of like working out, muscle memory. You do the same exercise over and over, before you know it, that particular exercise is doing you no good because you're so used to it. Yeah, there's no
I think
work.
Mhm.
So one of the things, whenever I came up with the idea for, actually going ahead and going completely on with the OF was what could we do that others don't? Well, that's a pretty broad, wide, it's kind of like doing a podcast.
Mhm.
The last I looked, it wasn't just 10,000, there was over 50,000 active podcasts now. It's huge. It's a very saturated market. Everybody and anybody. So you got to find some way to make it different. So that's why I said, if you start an OnlyFans, the first thing everybody's going to think about is, oh God, they came up with a porn site. No, I'm not doing porn. Cat has nothing to do with porn. If I turn around and said, Destiny, I want,
Mhm.
you and your friends on here. If I hadn't explained what was going on, the first thing you'd be like, fuck no.
Right.
But I look at it as think Playboy, not Penthouse.
Mhm.
When you look at it in those terms, Playboy, believe it or not, even after they quit doing the nudity, back then, they went back to nudity, but there was a reason why that publication could get A-list celebrities that on film had a no nudity clause, but yet they would come on Playboy and bear it all
Mhm. Right.
because it was classy, it was fun, it was funny, it was never filthy. I mean, some of the jokes were a little, there, but other than that, I mean, they did fashion, they did cooking, they talked about cars. I mean, there was actual articles in Playboy, which, believe it or not, yes, I was one of the people that read the articles too. So I think about that, and I'm like, okay, so how do you kind of mix the two, capitalize on what's made it popular? Now, bear in mind, again, like there's chefs that get on there and they'll do secret recipes. Or musicians will get on there and give guitar lessons or piano lessons or something like that and show you how to do everything. I mean, you're still paying them to do it. So, obviously, we're not teaching anybody anything. How do you make it fun? It's kind of like the same what? Who? Oh, I'm confused. So how do you make it fun? What do you do to, what would grab their attention? And now you understand, in doing this, how, it does get stressful trying to figure out, hell, it wasn't until just like in the last 25 minutes or so that I was able to start finding a little niche on how we. Do you need me? Do we start from the bottom and work its way up?
Mhm. Probably.
Kat's got that look on her face. What's up? What's your thoughts? I read the articles in the magazine. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha, brother. Again, that's why I said, there's all sorts of irons in the fire. It goes, we've gone full circle now. This is falling asleep. Or if I wake up, God forbid, I start thinking about something else because guess what? Now I'm just going to sit there and dwell on it and stew on it for a little while, and I just can't. Kat was saying a little while ago, she has the same issues. It's the fun part about building a business. I don't know. Thoughts? What's your thoughts on it?
Mhm. I don't know.
Guys are such a lively bunch, honestly. You just, I feed off your energy, okay?
Don't have any energy.
Oh, that's, I'm running on fumes too, but I'm still trying to find some way. You gotta persevere, fight through it, woman.
Do you remember the glass dish I handed you?
Yeah.
That was my persevere. I pushed through and I made homemade broccoli cheddar.
And it was phenomenal, by the way.
You had
I did. I a bowl of it, left half of it, and I thought, hey, Connor, you want some? And of course, Sarah went out and got chicken sandwiches for everybody. And so, yeah, I've had my fair share of poultry today. Between this morning's breakfast and then dinner tonight, I think I literally ate the entire family. You can literally say the egg came before the chicken. Ah, are you ready? Are you ready? She said no.
I would say that.
Would you be so kind as to reach on the bottom shelf and grab me one more of these, please? Very bottom shelf. Very bottom shelf. Very bottom shelf.
What are you ready
Oh, kitty cat. We gotta actually do some true grocery shopping. You know, you gotta do that little right step and you're good to go, girl. We'll put this and this right here. Up top. Look at this, Hooper. She'll learn how. Des and I have been craving tuna cups.
What's funny
That could be for dessert.
is when I was pregnant with Liam,
She did good.
that's the only thing Ryan craves. And he doesn't like tuna. So,
Mm.
wanting tuna sandwiches. We can't. She used to sell them. And they don't sell them anymore. And I don't know if any pizza places.
Ugh.
I think the only place that might sell it is something.
They do. You know what I really miss, and this is back in the day stuff. They've been out of for a while. Boston Chicken, and then they turned into Boston Market. They had some of the best sandwiches, whether it was chicken salad, egg salad. Luke's gonna start wondering, dude, if you keep dropping your hand below the. Don't worry, buddy. We haven't gotten to the tequila yet. Still good?
Mhm.
Are you cold?
Mhm.
I don't think I ever turned the heat off, did I?
No.
Or down?
Yeah.
I did turn it down?
Yeah, I turned it up.
So I didn't remember last night.
Yeah.
Good Lord, girl. Sarah's the same way. You're the same. What is it about women and cold? Like, I mean, nothing.
They are.
Oh, okay.
Because they're froze.
Oh, okay. I thought you were showing me your badass emo gloves.
That's my shirt.
That reminds me. Every time I see those, I think back to as a kid, the if you had a long sleeve shirt, you always poked a hole in the side. We could thumbs up and through it,
Now they make them.
and you just, you were cool back then. I mean, you were ruining your shirt, but at the same time, you were just like, haha, look at this.
Cool
They
kid.
actually make them.
Oh, the stupid shit we did as kids. I was also one of those ones that like to chew on my pencil.
That explains a lot.
What? I chewed on my pencil. I wasn't the only one. Kids chewed on their pencil a lot. It wasn't uncommon. Hey, can I borrow your pencil? And they hold up this gnarled out, just, there's nothing left to it. It's like, yeah, no, dude.
What, like that pencil right there?
Yeah, but well past those days. It was neat, to sit there and just seem like, But then there was the other stupid shit that we used to do. Like, I had friends who could do the eraser trick. They'd sit there, run the eraser up and down there. I never could get into that. I'm like, why would you do that? I mean, honestly. But bear in mind, I was also the person, because I love Zippos, you light, and the end of it got hot, and you just sit there and go, because it made a neat little design. Bet you tasted the paste in the school as well. Actually, I did. The other thing I used to do, and I'm sure a lot of us,
Explains a lot.
it was chemical free, you knucklehead. You can try all day long.
Mm.
What the fuck was that? Because I'm like, Weebles wallow and they never crawl. Ah. You know why she's in a bad mood? That shirt is really pink. Shall we keep going? Michael, I bet you, was that same guy that did it like most kids. And you would take the Elmer's glue and just go like this and all over your hands until, and then you let it just like, and you peeled it. Again, stupid shit we did as kids. I mean, it's just. Of course, Michael was that kid, I try not to bring up school too much. He was the last kid on dodgeball. Sorry, buddy. We'll see you in the morning. Maybe. So, on that note, I beat you to it. On that note, this is the part of the show that we call the last shot. We are, I guess, we're well past break time, so. This is the part of the night where we do our last shot of the evening. We always try to leave people with a positive note. That happy thought. Yes, I'm stalling for time right now. We do have one message, young lady. Our Michael. Bam! But it was probably lead-based, and that is my problem. You weren't supposed to chew the pencil lead. So, I mean, when you get to the lead, you stop. Graduate, dude, I graduated before you were born. So, I mean, let's be. I think, what was he? He's not 30 yet, 20. Yeah, I graduated before he was born. I am the old man in the back. So, Miss Kitty Cat, are you ready? She said no. So I did ask you a question earlier. Did you have, what's your, anything on your mind? Anything,
There's a lot on my mind, but I'm not.
You're blonde and you dye your hair even more blonde. How much could really be on your mind?
I got it so much.
We haven't had chalk in our. That makes me think back to, when we used to wet the sponge down and go over top the, there's always, oh, you got to clean the chalkboard.
Oh,
And then it looked
it's-
worse afterwards. Then you had to try and, write it. How we made
And
it
like
through.
the chalk would get like. You would have no. What really annoyed me in school was the sound of nails on the chalk.
That's never bothered me.
Styrofoam is another one.
Did you ever see the famous video of the girl that, with styrofoam rubbed together? She couldn't even say the word styrofoam without, she. Styrofoam.
There's
Like she wasn't faking this either. You could see, and then she had a container in front of her, and she went to go and open it. You know what? While Kitty Cat's looking that up, you have to see this. So, seeing as how let's go ahead and do that. Like that. Aww. This is the stupid stuff you see on here that we can't help but yeah, see, thunderstorm sounds for sleeping. I literally did pull it up last night. Oops. Yep.
Specific sounds that bother them. For me, it's styrofoam. It's styrofoam.
Yeah.
Like styrofoam rubbing together. Okay. Does anybody else have
So the fun part is there's also those videos where
Have you seen the cats with the combs?
yes, and once I showed Kaylin that, our poor cats. So if you take a comb, kitty cat, and you run your fingernail down the bristle and get that, it'll trigger the gag reflex of a cat. I didn't believe it, so I went and I got a comb. I went like that and kind of looked. You'd see it like twitch its head. I'm like, it's doing something, and they go, bleh. So you do it again, bleh. And then, like I said, once I showed Kaylin this, she would not leave the poor cat alone. Every time she'd just go up and, and the cat would be like walking.
Poor kid. He was just casually walking. Like, they didn't need you.
It's also,
And then there was
I'm
the,
incriminating myself right now, but I was also one of those ones. It was fun to pick on animals back in the day. The meanest thing I've ever done, I'm about to lose a lot of love from people. We had a cat. And there was one time in particular, I thought it would be funny. I got the cat, put it in a blanket, tied the blanket to the ceiling fan. And it didn't say anything, you would have thought it would meow, but I didn't turn on high. But it spun a few times, and I put it down. That poor thing was walking sideways. Oh, I used to,
the cucumber. You said the cucumber down with second cat. Like
What?
okay, so if the cat's not expecting it, you kind of set it either behind it or beside it, and they notice there's something beside it, and it literally scares the crap out of the cat. And then if you put tinfoil on top of your counters and then jumping on the counters,
okay.
they don't like the feeling or the sound of tinfoil.
I'm going to start doing that on the table because Sarah's got that real nice tablecloth up there, and the cat has gone up there and done his business. brand new tablecloth, and that cat went up there and definitely good stuff. I don't know. Like I said, it was funny. I used to have a friend, Carla. She was real big. She was in her late 30s, already was the bitter cat woman.
Mhm.
You went to her house and she had like 80 cats. There was one in particular that used to drive me nuts. He was so mean. And he would literally come over like he wanted you to pet. He'd do this and he'd rub on you, and as soon as you reach down, it's like, you little shit. So I went over the one day and he, hissed, and he laid on his side and went like that, and I just went like this. It was linoleum floor, and I started going wah, 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 to the point where he went, got up and did the sideways walk. Believe it or not, people, I love animals. I really do. Like I've got the world's sweetest cat in the house. But yeah, I probably was a little more trouble than what it was worth. Yeah, I may or may not have gotten into a lot of trouble picking on animals. Not hurting them,
Right.
but being mischievous with them. You good? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien.
No.
I was about to go Klingon on her. I start to wonder. So on that note, let's just go ahead and wrap it up then. Gonna stick around for TikTok before it gets to be too late.
You can ask him.
I don't think he's gonna mind too awful much. I mean, you don't have to stay the whole time.
So
Yes.
we sit here, banter back and forth and back and forth.
Okay.
You and I are really, really good at that.
Okay.
Little jabs at me, little jabs at you.
Okay.
You say all the time, the best thing you can do is to make me smile. And that's really pretty hard a lot of the time, except for when I'm bantering with you. Because that's... So it does say that friendship improves happiness and abates misery by doubting our joys and dividing our grief. So whether you're sitting by yourself, scrolling through your phone, looking at everybody's TikToks or Facebooks or whatever media, whatever, remember, walking with a friend in the dark is always better than walking alone in the light.
Nice. I like how you threw that in there. You kind of out of nowhere, kind of came out of left field, but you got it. I'm gonna try. It's fun. Usually, whenever we tell people, hey, you know what, you're on here, give us,
I mean, I did pop up last night.
Okay.
I don't normally watch it, but I don't normally join. Kind of figured.
Unless you're in the mood for a little peach. Just pick it up fun.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jason. Sweetness. I did see the post. So hopefully you guys are on the mend on that one. And I'm sure sometime you'll pop on here and you'll get to see Jason or Jan, and it'll be business as usual. So on that note, the only thing I can leave everybody with on this one is, again, last night, awesome conversation, good time. TikTok was just much fun. Kitty Cat did find a way to make it in the studio somehow, some way, but it was from the comfort of her own home. But we were going to bed early and early to rise. There's that discipline again I've never been able to have. I've tried multiple times to go to bed early and then get up early. I don't like it. I'm not that big of a morning person anymore. But anyways, it hey, here's that word, the camaraderie, the fun, the laughing, the joking. It's infectious. And it also gets me in trouble, like keeps me out here till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Because, we kind of just, it was one of those, I did mine, then I went on another, then I went on another, and just, I like people. So at the end of the day, man, hide your friend. Call somebody that you haven't talked to in forever. Jason and Jan, I guess, at some point. Don't be afraid to get out there and meet new people. Try new things. Have, break the norm. Get outside of, what you normally do. You'd be surprised at what you'll end up liking that you didn't know you liked. So on that one, guys, thanks for popping in. Jason, Jan, GB, Hoop, Destiny, thank you for coming in. For those of you that are on TikTok, we are heading there next. Make sure you check us out for our Sunday night weekend hangover. We don't really have any plans this weekend, so it's going to be business as usual as far as I'm concerned. I might actually take a crack at going to the club. I haven't been in forever. I need to go and pick on Ronnie. It's been way too long. This is his weekend, correct? Okay. At least I've been able to keep up with that for the most part. Yes, our Sunday night weekend hangover. We have our Monday night bartender, our Wednesday night open bar, and of course our Thursday talks and shots. We're gonna keep you guys posted on since it is, by the way. So we did we wrapped it up on our fantasy league. Congrats to Jerome for taking the championship. You lucked out by 2.5 points there, buddy. That really should have been Jerome in second, me in first, and Beetlejuice in third. Yes, our boy took first. Bobby Ryder took second, and yours truly took third. And Kitty Cat did not end up last place. Wait till next year, guys. It's going to be... I've got you back this time. I already promised you I'm taking you under my wing. It's going to be very competitive. Plus, there's going to be more people because there's 2 people that like to pop on here that were really upset that they missed out on it this year. So next year is going to be bigger. Looking forward to it. Guys, like I said, if you're on TikTok, we're heading there next. Everything we say on this show is just our opinion. But then again, Kitty Cat, you have a sexy voice. Kitty Cat? It's a good thing you guys don't see below. Sorry. You guys have a good night. We'll catch you all later.
Thank you for stopping in and listening to the Another Shot podcast. We shared some drinks, stories, and laughs. But it's time to say goodnight. Join us next time on Another Shot podcast.
If you're looking for a party, then man, have you found it? Now the shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Now the shot is gonna hit you with the mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol.